Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Timbo Reacts. Right now, I'm going to be reacting to the Scentbird is a scam video. It popped up on my timeline. Scentbird is something that I have used in the past, so I wanted to kind of see what they had to say about it. With no further ado, let's get into the video.
I have to tell you a little bit about this video sponsor, Scentbird.
Thank the sponsor of today's video, Scentbird.
This episode of Very Really Good is sponsored by Scentbird.
They have been a huge long-time supporter of this channel.
Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service.
They send you a sample of fragrance each month so you can try different colognes and perfumes.
Let me start by saying this video isn't sponsored by anyone, especially not Scentbird.
How can I get a Scentbird sponsorship? Anybody know? Leave a comment. Leave a comment down below. Thank y'all.
Which is interesting because at one point, they really wanted to be. Today, we're talking about a company that markets itself as the Netflix of fragrances and spends millions on influencer ads and promises luxury scents for the price of a double.
So one thing I noticed about Scentbird, and I don't know if they're going to get into this in the video. We're watching this live side by side as it comes out. But something I noticed is I bought the Burberry Brit, which is a cologne I know very much of, right? I've used it for years. And when I got the Scentbird version of it, it didn't quite smell like the Burberry Brit I was used to. And it lasted maybe 30 minutes. It kind of reminded me of those scents that you get from the guys out the car who walk up to you, hey man, you want to buy some cologne? That's what it reminded me of.
Big Mac meal. But once you actually break it down, the math, the product, the customer complaints of theft, and the insane CEO.
You could heal yourself from any disease. I don't care if it's cancer. I don't care if it's AIDS. It could be whatever. But you could heal yourself in the span of under 7 days.
You start to realize this isn't just a deep
I wonder how that
product.
is.
It's something much worse.
But I do like their cases. I can't lie. So one thing I do, I have one of their older cases right here, and I've started buying some of my cologne. This is one of their older ones. It sprays up like lipstick, but you can unscrew this right here, and I'll fill it up and take it on the go with me for plane trips and things like that. So let's see what else they got to say. But lately, I've noticed their newer cases, you can't do that.
On paper, Scentbird sounds great. Here's the pitch. You pay $14.95 a month, and you get yourself an 8-milliliter fragrance bottle, and each month you swap out the fragrance cartridge. No commitment to full bottles, no blind regret, just designer fragrances delivered straight to your door. And that pitch worked. Scentbird exploded on YouTube. Beauty channels, commentary channels, lifestyle creators, even gaming channels, because nobody needs hygiene products more than sweaty gamers playing League of Legends. But most of these
I'd say they needed more.
Videos obviously aren't reviews, they're ads pretending to be opinions. And this is where I become an expert in this field. Because I, like many other people, have done a Scentbird sponsorship back in 2021. And every Scentbird ad sounds identical because they give you a script. They basically tell you what things you can and can't say. They talk about the fragrances that you shouldn't talk about, which phrases to describe the service, and how to end the ad read. Here, let me read some of these talking points. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that gives you the opportunity to shop for over 600 brands. It is a flexible subscription so you can skip any month without penalties. Scentbird lets you choose a new designer fragrance to try every month for $16. Every month you get to pick what you want to receive, so there are no surprises, etc., etc. And the reason I talk about this is because on paper, Scentbird sounds great. But influencers get paid to talk about all these great things, and they don't really get to experience all of the bad parts of the company. They don't deal with customer service, they don't deal with billing, they don't have to ever cancel. And that's like the #1 complaint everybody has about this company. The site says that you can cancel, however, this page or link does not appear on their website. There are plenty of options to get a discount, pause, or skip a membership. But if you want to cancel, you need to send an email. See, the consumers are the ones that have to deal with all of the bad parts of the company. And now I do too, because I'm going to show you exactly what I'm experiencing. But before I get into that, let's talk about the math. If you go on their site, you can see that it's $17.95 for 1 cent per month. For 2 fragrances, it's $14.25, and it's $13 if you want to get 3 fragrances per month. I got the 1, and Scentbird charged me $17.95 plus tax. $17.95 for 8 milliliters. It's like what, $2.24 per milliliter? That's pricey, especially when you compare it to other brands. For example, here we have Versace Eros, 100 milliliters. It's $88. So 88 cents per milliliter. How about Ferragamo F Black? For 100 milliliters is $60. You seeing a trend here?
Yeah, so that's part of the reason why recently I've switched from colognes or from the Scentbird model to once a month, once every other month, every couple of weeks, whatever. I'll go to the store, buy a new fragrance that I know I like. But I do know that I was able to sample many fragrances from Scentbird. So let's hear what else he has to say.
How about something a little more expensive? Like the Dolce & Gabbana The
That's
One,
another good one.
$63.
I think
That's
I gotta go
63
pick that up,
cents per
actually.
milliliter instead of Scentbird prices that you're currently paying, which is $17.95 for the 8 milliliter vial. I could obviously go on, but you can see that you're spending 3 to 8 times more per milliliter for fragrances you can buy anywhere. The only time Scentbird really makes sense to buy is if you're getting something really niche. Like they even have a niche section. Who's gonna buy Heretic Parfum Nosferatu? Actually, that's the one that I got. But seriously, who's trying these obscure brands?
Now let's talk about the physical product itself. The atomizer, I remember the previous version, it used to give a little dinky little spray. Something I noticed after using the 3 samples to completion.
That's the one I
atomizer
have.
would constantly get stuck inside the metal tube, and I've seen other people say the exact same thing. The best part is those atomizers were mass produced in China. You could buy them wholesale for 50 cents each. So you're paying luxury prices for dollar store products, but that's okay. That was the old version.
So maybe it's a better idea to do that yourself, right? Anybody can set up a brand that just does exactly this. So I don't know.
They don't look like that anymore. This is what the new 2026 version looks like. And I have to say, it's even less cool. I even bought a second case thinking that it might be better quality than the free version that they
Yeah, I
give
don't
you
like
like
that.
every single month. And no, they're
And
identical.
they sent me a
And I
pink one.
spent $16 for this. Take a look at this.
Yeah,
This is
that's
what they look
crazy.
like. It's just a case and it pops open like this. And then you put the perfume inside. And then you twist to lock it or twist to open it. And then it sprays through that hole in the top.
Also, that little locking mechanism, that little like stick that's right here, this tends to break off a little bit on the newer ones.
But I like the old lipstick version better. This feels just feels so cheap.
Yeah, I
And it
do
kind of
too.
it rattles around in here. It doesn't fit properly.
If your goal is to try new fragrances, there's so many other options. You can go to Sephora. Sephora hands out 6 milliliter vials that you can try for free. And also Nordstrom. Nordstrom is like Costco. They give away free samples all the time. And once you find something that you like, just buy the bottle.
I'm gonna have to start going to the Nordstroms. I got a Nordstrom's right up the street from my house.
Because at that point, in 2 to 3 months, you're saving money. And it's way less of a headache than getting a subscription plan with Scentbird.
I don't use cologne enough to even justify spending $17 a month for a brand new fragrance every single month. It's just too much. I can go out, get myself one regular size cologne like this, something that I've had for 4 or 5 years, and there's still this much in here. And if I need to travel, I just go out and I buy one of these atomizers from like a drugstore.
Those actually work really well. Really, really well. I know you could get them on Amazon. You could get them from all kinds of places. But those, you just stick it on the top, pump it in a couple times, and you're good to go. And you could take about 4 or 5 of those on a trip with you if you want. I don't know. I really like those ones.
And look, I can just fill it
Looks
up like
like a
this,
pill.
and it fills it up. Jeez, this really isn't a lot. I've given it 2 single puffs just to show you what it looks like, and look how much I've used already.
Scentbird claims to have over 600, 700 fragrances until you look closer. Because if you browse by name, there's so many missing titles here, like Dior, Creed, Tom Ford. Okay, like where's the Armani?
I've
of it's
noticed
it.
that
You know
too.
what? Do they even have something simple like Ralph Lauren? They do not. So all they have is cheaper designer brands and private labels. So they're padding their inventory with brands that don't even show up in fragrance databases. Nice. Like imagine going on Netflix or Disney Plus and looking for a movie, and the only thing you're finding are Dixie D'Amelio TikToks. Like who cares if there's 700 of them? I don't even know what this is. And now let me talk about something that influencers never really have to deal with, which is customer service. Scentbird currently has a D rating with the Better Business Bureau. It used to be F.
But see, look, the Better Business Bureau, most of the time you're paying for those reviews. So that's hit or miss, right? take it at your own risk. Very similar to Yelp. Anybody could leave a bad Yelp review. Actually, I have a story, and I'm gonna do that story on my other channel, the Timbo All Day channel, where I dive more into business and business aspect. This is one that is just me reacting to different things.
So for some reason, it's gone up. But as you can clearly see here, the D rating is because they have 418 complaints filed against the business.
Damn.
And the complaints include things like double billing, people not receiving their products, inability to cancel subscriptions, refunds that were never issued, and no phone support or any sort of contact with the company. A lot of customers even talk about how they had to
even worse, a lot of companies right now are really getting to the point where it's impossible to A, get somebody on the phone, B, if they even have a customer service number, and C, if you do get somebody, it's over in some foreign country and you can't understand them and they don't understand what you're speaking, especially if you use quite a bit of slang.
cancel their credit cards so they wouldn't get charged. And this is all under the pattern of complaints section of the Better Business Bureau. Don't even get me started on the complaints that we're seeing on Reddit. They don't have an option to cancel on their site, just pause a membership. You have to email support to cancel, then email them again to confirm. Still got charged even after doing that. And I didn't have a cent in my queue. They sent me one with an upcharge. Contacting support, they would send one message every other day saying no refunds. Here's another person from a month ago saying, beware of Scentbird. Scentbird decided it was a good idea to steal my money. I requested to cancel my subscription on December 4th before the next billing date of December 11th. I never heard back. And on the 7th, I received an email saying my order would be processed soon. I emailed them again to reiterate, I'm canceling. This is where things get incredibly shady. They replied almost immediately on the 7th saying my account was canceled and there would be no further charges. While they were saying this, I saw a charge from them hit my account, one that was not there just hours earlier. So they charged me as they were canceling, and it happened on a Sunday, which is pretty unusual time for billing to be processed. The timing felt like they were deliberately slipping a charge through before closing my account. To make matters worse, I noticed a second charge, but the next month on the 8th. And there are so many other people saying the exact same thing this week. Because if you look at the Trusted Pilot, they have 18,000 reviews. But if you look at all the reviews, oh my God, 3 minutes ago, just from today, there are maybe a dozen different complaints, all saying the same thing. People saying that they can't cancel, other people saying that it's misleading, other people saying that they didn't even receive their orders. I unsubscribed from Scentbird, but I still got a recent charge of $24.
One of my
I need a
homeboys said
refund.
that
And there's
happened.
pages
Yeah.
and pages just from today and yesterday, all saying the exact same thing. So I guess they probably got a big influx of people subscribing because of the holidays and buying gifts. And now everyone is having the exact same shared experience. And let me show you what's going on here, because I want to go through the same process and try and cancel. So if I go to my membership, it tells me the things that I got, which is the Nosferatu. Wait, it's telling me what I'm getting next month, which I don't remember choosing. For some reason, there's no way to cancel. How do I cancel? I can upgrade, I can manage. Oh, down here, you can either skip a month, change frequency, or if I want to cancel, I need to contact customer support. So I'm making an email here saying, hello, Scentbird team. I'm requesting to cancel my subscription effective immediately. Please confirm that my subscription has been canceled and that no further charges will be made on my account. Seems simple enough, but let's see if they reply. I don't know why you got to do this. It's kind of ridiculous. It's like when I tried to cancel my gym membership and they wanted a handwritten.
Nothing is as difficult as canceling your gym membership. You got to handwrite, go into public, talk to multiple people. My God, something I learned to do is if I can, I put my memberships on a prepaid card, right? And the reason to do that is, one, if you want your membership, you can add the money onto that card as they tell you, hey, your payment has been declined. Add the money if that's one that you want to work with. If not, cancel the card. Good luck. They got to get the money.
Letter delivered to the location that I went to. Why? I signed up on the app and now I have to cancel in person with the letter? If you're still on board with Scentbird, I guess that's fine, but let me tell you a little bit about the Scentbird CEO. This is the video that I've talked about before. I made an entire video on it. If you want to watch that, I'll leave a link in the description. But the Scentbird CEO is an insane crackpot of a human being. She has a YouTube channel that has over 100,000 subscribers or something like that. And for some reason, she decided to switch all of her content to spiritual content, which is fine. But the things that she's saying is insanely damaging, not only
Wonder
to
if she's a
her
grifter as
reputation,
well.
but the words she's saying itself are just extremely harmful.
Comments like when she described Hitler as being a great source of learning, and comparing the Holocaust to a video game scenario, stating that the millions who perished were provided with learning opportunities for their souls.
Like, look at
What?
Hitler. He's one of the poster children for like being an evil person. Do you know how many millions of souls benefited from learning from the experience that he has created? So here you may put, you know, like look at a character like him and be like, oh, he's completely evil. And upstairs, his experience was the greatest, one of the greater, you know, sources of knowledge of, you
Look
know,
at this
of
guy.
3D planet Earth
Look at his
warfare.
face. Look at his face. Wait. He looks like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Oh my God. She did not just say that. No, she didn't. That's what he looks like. That- Man.
You know, of 3D planet Earth warfare. And that is benefiting so many different souls on their evolutionary path. So is he evil? Not really. I don't think so.
She also claimed that miscarriages are a choice.
Your body may choose to miscarry a child. And it is actually not a slip of a tongue that I said choose to. Yes, our
How old is she? Let's see. Let's look that up. How old is the Scentbird CEO? Hold on. Let's share this one instead. Based on a 2015 article, Scentbird CEO and co-founder, I'm not even going to, Maria. What is she? Oh, she is from Russia. For the U.S. at age 18 in 2015. So that's 10 years. She's 28, possibly 30. Okay. She sounds younger and dumber. Miscarriage is a choice?
to miscarry children.
That's almost
It's
as
not
good
an
as
accident
slavery
that
was a
happens.
choice.
It's a choice, right? So understand that you're not a victim.
And cancer and other terminal illnesses stem from not fulfilling one's purpose.
People that get cancer, again, this is a generalization, but very often they're not aligned with their purpose. Either they know what their purpose is and they're not following it, or they don't know what their purpose is and that's why they're not following it. So actually the number one best cure for cancer, believe it or not. Now, this is not scientifically proven, but this is a spiritual channel. I believe that if people were to align with their life purpose, we would see a lot less cancer on planet Earth.
Not to mention how easily curable cancer can really be.
The heart is one of those energies that if your heart is activated internally, you can heal your whole body in a matter of days, you guys.
Connected to God.
So obviously people are going to link the two
I
together.
can't watch
and
too
because
much
of
of
this, a lot of people stop working with Scentbird. A lot of influencers stop.
Has been damaging the reputation of the company with her heinous words. And that's overall, if I had to choose, Bird video was going to be long enough as it is.
Apply cancel. And you
So-
click on it.
I'm gonna let you guys go to this video, right? I'm gonna put the link in the description. Yeah, so it's from an author called the Asher Show. It just popped up on my timeline. I don't know too much about what he does, but looks like he does quite a few reviews and talks about different stories. I don't know. I think I'm gonna subscribe to his channel. Yeah, see how that works, right? But yeah. If you guys are enjoying these videos, if you guys like what I'm saying, then by all means, please hit a like, hit a share, hit a subscribe, do all those things just to show that you guys are watching, to show you guys are listening. It really helps with the algorithm. I appreciate it so much. And until next time, y'all, Timbo out. Peace.